What's up, guys? Skid steer. So it was leaking. It was leaking from the hub. So what we did was pulled it off. Come on over here, Brian. What we did was pulled it off, and I was stumped. I mean, you look in here. This is what was leaking. This gray, milky shit, and that means water got in. So I was really stumped how to get in there. Take a look down in here. You know, see that? So, but it ain't too bad in there. I mean, that chain's in pretty decent shape. There's some little shavings, but that is what it is. You know what I mean? That's not too bad. But anyway, so I pulled this hub was leaking. It would always leave a puddle under it, small puddle. And here's what was happening. This is where that gasket goes. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, down under there. Do you see how it's pitted? Look at that, you know. So anyway, let me show you look at that. We're really going to have to clean these up, man. Anyway, so let me show you the hub itself. Here it is. There's these snap rings that were in there. You can see that pretty good on the camera.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, snap ring was right on the top one, just like this one is. And then it's got a couple washers, you know, they're all in order. I'm going to have to either get a gear puller, because if you look in the top, it's got that little spot for it, and pull that out. We tried to beat it out, but that son of a bitch was not coming. So I didn't, go crazy beating it out. I mean, my shoulder hurts a little bit right now. I gave it a couple pretty good whacks, but that's what's going on. So this was the inside of that wheel. It was leaking. You can see it was leaking. And then this is another wheel. These are all the insides. And then look at this one. We got them all off. Turns out I had two leaking. This wasn't leaving a puddle, but I think it's just got so much crap in there that it was, not leaving a puddle. So, I mean, this is the other one that that's definitely got a bad seal in it. So, anyway. So that's what we have. If you look over here, because, we looked in here, and it was that same stuff. Take a look in there, Brian. There's that same milky stuff in there, so that was it. One of the good things, that thing comes right off. You know what I mean? There's no keeper back there. There's nothing. It just comes right off, so that's great. This side, I thought, this side over here, it was kind of making a weird noise, and not like grinding metal or anything like that, but just a little chunk, So I was thinking maybe that hub was worse than I thought it was. But what it is the chain had a little too much slack in it. It was just the chain jumping around a little bit. It wasn't close to coming off or anything like that, but that's what was creating that noise, because if you look at these hubs, now in these, they're slotted, obviously, so you can adjust them just to, take that tension out. There's not a tensioner on it. I saw some videos of, I think it was an 1845, case 1845 C, and there was a little tensioner right in between the two hubs. This does not have that. I talked to Jake about this, and Jake said, "Oh, it might be hydraulic." That's steadfast. So what I think I'm going to do is just get a hydraulic ram, and I'm not going to put that much tension on it, but just to snug it up a little bit when I replace it. So I guess the next step, we're gonna clean the crap out of these. Clean it all up, down to bare metal again, and then I'm going to use some of that black RTV on there on all of them. I'm pretty sure I'm going to replace all of these bearings, seals, everything. I mean, I've gone this far, and if 2 went out, the other 2 aren't far behind. But what I may do is replace these 2 first. They're not hard to get off. Those hubs come right off. You take the tire off, and you take these bolts off, and it slides right out. End of story. You're done. So I think I'm going to fix those 2, put them back on. I'm going to get as much of this old crappy oil out of there as I possibly can. I'm actually going to maybe tilt it up a little bit more, get one more little block under there, and just let it drain, because I'm coming back here in a couple weeks over Thanksgiving. I don't know what date it is, but that's actually getting pretty close. And just let her drain out. I again need some of that oil absorber stuff, but hey, turn around and show them the bucket. That's the shit stuff that came out of there. Look at that. That is a friggin' milkshake, man. You know. But the good thing is, there's not a ton of metal. I mean, that's like smooth. You got a straw. It's kind of, maybe it is a milkshake. No, anyway, right, Brian? So that's about it with this. Let me show you in here. I've seen nicer ones, but come on down in here. Yeah, she's pretty. You know, she's got some rust on her, man. But and this machine's actually a 2010. I thought it was newer, but it's not. So I am going to pressure wash the crap out of that. I'm going to put a bag over the electronics, you know, some plastic, and I'm going to pressure wash the crap out of it. And then use some, what the hell was the name of that stuff? Brian?
Rust inhibitor.
Rust inhibitor. Yeah, I was talking to Jake about it. He's like, if one, you know, maybe gets a little leak in there, you know, you'll just get oil in there and that'll stop it. I'm like, Jake, I don't know. But, you know, like, you get a leak on a seal somewhere. But anyway, so that's about it. It came apart pretty easy. I was like really happy about that. It totally just popped right off. Everything's cool. The big thing was we took the tire off, and then we took off this this plate, and I saw that milky mess in there, and I was like, okay, so how did that water get in there? And then we took the hub off, and it's like, okay, that's it. Did I show them take a look at this real quick again, too. If you look at this hub, like, do a close-up on this. It's pitted here, and there was actually rust down in there. So, anyway, we're going to clean that up. Here, you can see this one even better. Let's see if we can get that thing out of there. I'll pop it out real quick. Okay. But that's absolutely how it was getting in there. Look at that. See that grime under there? Look at that. That is not supposed to look like that. And the side it's pitted on, well, it's pitted on both sides. But anyway, that's about it. None of the bearings are out, though. I mean, she's tight as a drum. So, but I figure, I was talking to Jake, and I figure might as well do them while I got them off. I was hoping that thing would just pop right out of there. I'm going to kind of pick your guys' brains. You guys know what's up? Have like a tip, whatever. I'm all ears, guys. One other little review. So this is good for, like, you know, like if you're building models or something like that. You know what I mean? And it's got 550 pounds, right? Something like that, torque. And it didn't do it. I'm getting a bigger one of those for sure. You guys got any ones that you think I should get? Let me know what you're happy with, all that stuff. I mean, I will use it, you know, on the smaller stuff, but good thing I had this. Because that's how we got everything off, you know. And we loosened them up. We popped them with this, and then we used the gun to just zip them back off. But anyway, that's a wrap on this. I didn't do any videos of that job in Oklahoma because it was a friggin' nightmare. That place was wired so backwards. I sent a couple of you guys a picture. It was a friggin' nightmare. We should have been done at 2 o'clock on the second day. We stayed till 9. We worked a 15 or 16 hour day and another one the next day. But we did get it done. The lights are on. See you later, Oklahoma. Have fun with that. And yeah, thanks for the earthquake too while I was on the 11th floor out there. I don't know. But it was it was a cool little ride. There was a lot of cattle out there. There's a ton of cattle, right, Brian?
Yeah.
So here, let me show the guys who you are. Anyway, this is my guy, Brian. Brian is a freaking hard-ass worker, man. There's nobody I would have rather had on the road with me than Brian. I mean, the second day when shit went to hell, it started out bad, but we just reset and
Yeah, we did.
and what do you think? What do you got to say, Brian?
We went through hell second day, but we got it, man.
We got it, yeah.
We kicked ass.
We were actually like doing this. It was the reward for doing that crap job. Like, oh man, I can't wait to tear that skid steer apart.
Yeah.
I mean, because we got all this new stuff. I don't know. Everything came in handy. I can't wait to get my chest down here though. So,
Just get my.
yep, his little adult beverage. There you go, Brian. You totally deserved it. Here's all the parts and pieces. And that'll be it. It's only going to be not too long. I don't know, whenever Thanksgiving is, a week or some stuff. So Jake said this was totally fine to just leave open. But there she is. A little more rust than I wanted, but it is what it is. All right, so that's about it. Comment, rate, and subscribe if you want to.